Okay, start it. New game, here we go. It's a new game, new quarter. Let's win this quarter. And that gives them the ability to walk off the ground at the end of the game and say, well, we won the last quarter. When we play them next time, we've just got to keep grinding away.
Well, just about ready for the final quarter of our match day coverage for this round 3 clash. Umpire holds the ball aloft. It's Sean Stewart and Ashley Perkins do the ruck work for their respective sides in this final term. Umpire throws the ball up. Stewart gets the first ruck knocked down towards Kevin Connors. Comes back towards Hawks, and also running through the middle was Howlett. Couldn't take it with him. Pavic, handball out. Only as far as Sears. Gets it to Hawks. Gets his quick kick away. Left foot towards the boundary line. Straight towards centre wing. And it is out of bounds. Howlett and Harding can't keep it in. And it will be a throw in on the grandstand side centre wing. 14-12 playing 5-12. Werribee in command of this round 3 clash. Stewart with his left fist, or his left palm, goes towards Sears in the boundary line. Still in play. Tom's there over the top of it. So is Sears. They fight hard for it. It's now out of bounds for a throw in. Just in between wing and half forward, with Werribee attacking to the northern end in this final term. Sean Stewart just playing a kick behind the players. Howlett and Lee go down to do ruck work. Lee, in fact, goes up with the left hand, gets it to the front of the pack, comes out quickly from McGrath, and it is out of bounds on the full. Will be a free kick to Robbie Musara. At half forward, plays on quickly. The lead on from Heath Buck, and he and Delahunt. Buck gets the left foot kick away. Barry Delaney can run on. Does a sit for Bazza? Yes, it does. He does a bit of a goose step and everything as he falls over and takes the mark. And Barry Delaney, who has contributed 1 goal to this afternoon, has a chance from 20 metres out directly in front to put goal number 2 for him on the board.
And boys, I'm not crowing, but just remember what I said about those fantastic Corio Devils and also the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club.
Well, we'll get to those 3/4 time scores after we put Barry Delaney's goal down on the scoreboard. His second, and the 15th for Werribee Central as they go to 15-12, 102, and they lead Bannockburn 5-12, 42 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 2 minutes in this final term. The scores from the other 4 games in the Geelong District Football League: Thompson 13-5-83 lead North Geelong 2-6-18. Bellpost Hill 22-11, 143 lead Belmont Lions 4-4-28. Corio 11-10-76 lead Eastern Suburbs 9-9-63, and Geelong West 11-4-70 good kicking. They lead Anarchy 9-8-62. Back in the middle now. Festuca gets a secondary thump towards Delaney, the last goal scorer. Musara on hands and knees just inside the centre square at centre half forward. Stewart, quick hands out wide, and a kick off the ground goes towards Lee. Now Calvert's got it, goes with the left boot around the corner. High kick, Shaw and Hallett getting back there. Which ways are going to bounce over the head of all of them? Goes back, Clinton Shaw the first to recover. Only though as far free kick. Roland Beck had it, kicked it around the corner, but it will be a free kick coming back to Clinton Shaw, and he will take it to relieve the pressure for the Tigers. In Geelong Football League, St Albans 11-10-76 lead South Barwon 10-8-68 by 8 points. Leopold 10-13-73 lead Newtown Chorwell 8-8-56, and North Shore 15-10-100 close game. St Mary's 10-14-74 working their way back into that game. The ball here at Galvin Park is out of bounds on the outer side, centre wing position.
Pushed out there by Nick Pavic, Jace.
Nick Pavic, who's had a good game for the Tigers this afternoon. They trail 5-12 to 15-12 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
Ball about to come back into play, out of centre wing. Up they go. No player gets a clear tap away. Finally, it's Harding gets the ball to centre half forward, but in the way there is Stewart. The kick behind the game takes the safe mark. On the left foot, drives towards half forward. It's kicked the kick at the moment because he's kicked it straight to Nicky Pavic. Pavic gets the handball across the shore, plays it on for Bannockburn. There's Giles, it is, in the centre of the ground here, and he's got a shocking kick. He's picked out Colbert for Bannockburn, for Werribee Central's perfectly, and he plays on quickly, goes towards the centre half forward, big pack of players. Handball, but straight to Bannockburn from the Werribee Central's player. There's East, and Smith contests the ball, comes down for Festuca. Unfortunately can't take the ball with him, and there's East battling on, and Tom comes in to give him some assistance, and the ball out of bounds on the centre wing, on the this time on the western side here of Galvin Park. 4.5 minutes into the final quarter, 15-12 Werribee Centrals. They lead Bannockburn 5-12. In comes the ball. Stewart, good body work, gets it down only as far as Harding of Bannockburn. Play on, said the umpire, kicked forward. Coming through strongly there is Goods. He gets, well, the mark bounces off the chest there of Lee, and over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in once again. Centre wing in front of the players' change rooms.
So now it's Stewart. In fact, he's going to go and drop a kick behind the play. It's going to be James Lee up against Ashley Perkins. Perkins takes the front spot, gets both hands to it, goes towards Calvert. Musara just wants the boundary line, finds it. We'll have another throw in. Stewart going back towards half back.
Werribee Centrals don't seem as fit as what I thought they would have been. I think Stuka's run out of petrol.
Well, we'll find out in this last term. Perkins does well down to Rose, who gets a left foot kick away or up early and punching away with Scott. A couple of players overrun it there. Back to Troy College, who was going to go left, now goes right, now goes left, now gets into trouble, drops the footy. Had nobody around him, play on the call. Delaney plays on quickly, advantage paid. Musara runs through centre half forward, gets around, handball, back towards Hawks. Hawks stands, got Beck in support, gives him the handball, goes to the right boot, measures the pass towards Lee, can't off hands. Howlett should be able to stroll in and does so. And kicks it now, a little kick for goal number 5 for the senior coach at Werribee, off hands there. He was the only one to stay down, and Werribee go to 16-12-108. They lead Werribee Centrals lead Bannockburn at 5-12-42 on the Buckley's Gaming Centre final quarter scoreboard.
I don't really know whether Buck had any intention of going for that mark. He spread the other three players.
He just seemed to want to get his body in there and get his arms.
Probably did the great team thing, because Andrew Howell, I don't think I've ever seen an easier goal.
Well, back in the centre, Stewart once again against Perkins, and Stewart gets it down. Harding though reads the play straight through Perkins, bowled him over. Now Chris Delaney with a kick out wide, foot race between Giles and Beck, also getting across there Delaney and Donaldson. Giles is going to get there first and goes wide towards Donaldson. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can, and he can't pick it up though. He wants this boundary line, does he? Delaney's there now, he's got it, and it will be a boundary throw in on the outside centre wing here at Galvin Park.
Young Baz's form hasn't dropped away from 2 years ago with a pretty serious injury last year. He seems to be still running very well.
Whitley medalist, still doing nicely. Barry Delaney falls towards Rick Harding. Kick around the corner towards half forward. In front, can't take the mark. Hallam. Numbers with Bannockburn. Colliger at 50. Open goal square, goes back there. Now East, and also punching it away was Smith. East, left foot kick around the corner's okay. Ross Dillon, kick the goal, son. And he has. Ross Dillon, his first goal in senior football. And good play, Lincoln East and Troy Colliger. And Bannockburn get their 6th. They're 6-12-48. They trail Werribee Central to a 16-12-108. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 7.5 minutes in this final term. And
see Andrew Howlett perhaps doing the right thing. Peter, he's given Shembury the opportunity to come on. He's gone off himself, and maybe it's a good thing for Howlett. He can at least, as a coach, now have a look from outside the fence and just see what the difference is.
He actually might have a Walkman on. Has he got a Walkman on the side of his footy shorts there? He might have been having a listen to what we were saying.
Yes.
Back in the middle, Perkins and Stewart. Stewart gets it down, falls towards Colliger again. Kick smothered by Musara on this occasion, does well. Slick hands to Barry Delaney at half forward, turn around and wanted Shembury. Clinton Shaw getting back there though, and also Robbie Giles. Kick towards the boundary line and finds it at half back for a throw in at 50 around from Werribee's goal, and we'll have a throw in. 16-12 playing 6-12. Throw in now. Shembury across there doing the ruck work against Clinton Shaw, his direct opponent. Shaw on this occasion gets the knock down towards Giles, taps it on and gains about 20 metres, but it is out of bounds once again, and we'll have a throw in on centre wing.
It's almost as if, Peter, they're basically just going through the motions. The sting well and truly out of the game, and I agree with what you said before. I don't know that Werribee are as fit as perhaps their performances have made them out to be.
Yeah, plus probably the main point of this quarter, if the siren went now, Eric, your 60 points is right on the knocker.
So the ball coming back to the centre of the ground from that throw-in. Players can't pick the ball up, but great work. Stewart just ran straight through the line of the ball, picked it up, and with the left foot drove it toward the full forward position. Falls to the back of the pack. Can he pick it up? Is it Buck again, or is it
Lee?
No, it's Lee on this occasion. Great work. The big man handles the ball extremely well. Lee, it's his second goal for the day, and on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, 17 goals, 12. Werribee Centrals They lead Bannockburn 6-12. I've got a feeling I might have said 12 goals. You might have said 10.
Well,
He said 57 points, I think he said.
I did. That goal then, that was really just a duplicate of the Howlett goal before. Buck just went into a confrontation with two Bannockburn players and just pushed his way through and let...
Hey, we're off again. What are they doing back there?
Josh, can you trade the phone? Yeah, do you want me to just go back?
It's all right, we've got the Black Sorrows.
Yep. I'll dial back through now. Yeah. Okay. Alright. While it's dialing through, can you get out? Yeah, I'll press that then. You've got this Thanks.
Righto. Yes, yep. Back here at Galvin Park, and the ball is in dispute on centre wing. Barry Delaney and Lincoln East see it over, and it is now 17 goals 12 for the Werribee Central side. They lead Bannockburn 6-13. We've been playing 12.5 minutes in this final term. Boundary throw in now. Shembry against Perkins. Perkins tries to take it out of the ruck, leaves it behind in the end. No, Buck gets it around the corner, but has picked out somebody in the crowd who's taken a good mark, but it's going to come back and be Damien Tom's free kick.
Jason, I don't think Jojo Zep's ever been as good since the Bull sisters left.
Jojo Zep. Very good, Peter. Very good. Damien Tom now goes to the floating right foot kick towards the half-forward flank. Harding and Smith back there. Smith tries to tap it to the advantage of his teammates. East runs through without the footy. Morley doesn't. Gets a kick away. Goes towards Tom once again. Can't take the mark, but we'll get a free kick. And Steve Delahunt wanted to go on with it and play advantage, but the umpire says no. It's got to come back to Damien Tom, and we'll do so now.
Damien Tom on half-back flank for Bannockburn. On the change room side of the ground, the western side, plays on now, kicks the ball to centre wing. Big pack of players. Bannockburn player there in Giles, well under the ball, and Masari more than happy to do a nice little 1.5 roll over the boundary line with the ball. But players looking pretty tight in front of us here, Peter, aren't they?
They are, and I think it could have a bit to do with the condition of the ground. There's been no reason not to run for every minute of the game.
Exactly. Ball thrown in for Stuka, tries to crash his way through the pack, can't do. Finally comes to a strong man there in Hallam. He can't get away either, and umpire will take possession of the ball. Almost at the point of the centre square, we have looks like Andrews doing a little bit of ruck work here. Andrews and Stewart to come in from the side, punches the ball clear. Another tap forward by the Werribee side. A bit of pace there by East, and he's got Smith by the hand. No free kick. It's picked up by Harding. Big handball into Connors. Connors gets the kick to centre half forward. Leading in the race for the ball there is Dylan. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can, but he can't kick it. Great defensive work by Werribee, and finally kick off the ground by Scott. Finds the safety of the boundary line 30 metres from the behind post. We've been playing 14.5 minutes into the final quarter. 17-12, 114 Werribee Centrals. Bannockburn 6-13 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
Boundary throw in now. Stewart working across there with Shane Andrews. Thrown in now. Andrews, Stewart in front, big thump away. Beck gets a good shepherd, got a bit of time to set something up from half back, goes towards centre wing, getting over the top with a couple of players. Working back there, Donaldson and Giles. Giles works his way to the front, gets a kick around the corner, but only finds the boundary line. And it is now out of bounds on centre wing on the outer side. It's 17-12, 114 to 6-13-49. And it will be boundary throw in.
Ball on the centre wing here for on the outer side of the ground. Punched away for Bannockburn. He picked up by it looked like Lee. Drives the ball to the centre of the ground. Coming forward there, oh, that was Buck kicked it. It's finally come back to Slaviskas back on the ground, and he finds his teammate at centre half forward, and it is Delaney. Delaney, who's 55 metres out, sees a lead, tries to honour Chembry, can't quite reach the ball. Ball comes to ground. Players contesting fairly solidly there, and picked up by good work there by the player there in Sears. And he has a pot shot on the left foot, has missed on the left-hand side, another behind to the Werribee side. Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard 17-13, 115 for Werribee Central's Bannockburn 6-13, 49.
And that was Heath Buck again, pushing the ball out of that pack to Sears so that he could have a shot at goal. So he's been a very big contributor, lots of goals, and been helping out his fellow players.
He's certainly done very, very well down there. Bannockburn from the kick-in, it's come to Lincoln East, who's taken the mark at deep in the back pocket. Comes across to Clinton Shaw, and away go the Bannockburn side again. But good work there for the Werribee side. Chembry it was. He contested very strongly. The umpires put a whistle on play. He's found a free kick. It's going to Bannockburn.
Nathan Rose, I think.
And it's Rose held without the ball, I'd suggest, from the look of the umpire's decision there. And he's got the free kick half-back flank.
17 minutes gone in this final term. Rose goes inboard, looking for looking for Andrews. Can't quite find him. Kick around the corner towards Ross Dillon. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can, says the boundary umpire. And he's taken the mark on centre wing. Measures the pass towards Pavic. Doesn't take the mark. Off hands. Getting back there, Chris Delaney. Good pick up too. Was going to go left, then went right on the right boot. Screwed it around the corner. Dillon. And stands his ground. Got some support. No, he hasn't. Musara takes it away for Werribee. Takes a bounce on centre wing. Draws a couple of players. Drives it long towards a 2-on-2 situation. Lee and Buck. And over the back, Dallahant now stayed down. Got the sit. Can he keep it in front of him? Yes, he can. Handball. He's got Gadd in front of his direct opponent. And can he kick it over the top? Yes, he can to East. He does well. And he can run away. Lincoln East. He's on centre wing. Measures a pass towards Richie coming out. In fact, it's Goosey. And now Goods there also. Getting back there, Morley. Goosey does well. College can give it to Connors. Instead, he goes with the left boot. In towards Richie now. Can't take the mark. Needs some support. Stewart's there. The big man rides a couple of bumps. Gives it off to Good quickly. Handball over the top towards Justin Morley. Oh, needed a real shepherd there. Didn't quite get one. And that's why the turnovers happened. Or Gadd wasn't paid the mark, but he's got a bit of time on centre wing for Bannockburn to drive it back towards Easton Stewart and also Hart. And Hart's paid the mark at half back. Paul Hart will turn around and play on quickly. Gives it to Hallam. Hallam, who can run across half back, goes to their wobbly right foot kick. It's okay though. Found Musara. Can't take the mark. Giles and Pavic 2-on-1. And Giles should be able to run away. Goes on the left boot. Need a lead. And it's okay. And finds Ross Dillon, who is moving quite nicely across the half forward line, Peter.
Yes, he is. And actually, when you have a look at the record, the match day, it sets him at about 6'1", so that's, at 18 years of age, that's a fairly good size for a lump of a lad, and he certainly shows some spirit in his game. It's just that his
needs the lorry to gold in kicking school though, I think. And has missed it to the near side for one behind Ross Dillon. And well, they go to 6-14-50 now, Bannockburn. Werribee Centrals are 17-13-115. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Don't forget, After the conclusion of this match, we'll be going to the final siren thanks to White Cross Healthcare. Looking at this game, also the games in the GDFL, the BFL, the GFL and the AFL. A full wrap, and we'll be having the coach of the Werribee Centrals Football Club, Andrew Howlett, with us at about 5:30. Ball comes back in now. Richie's got it. Back towards half forward for Bannockburn. The Centrals have the numbers though. Quick kick by Giles is okay towards Kevin Connors. Chops, turns around, gives it to Perkins off one step. Ashley Perkins, can he kick a goal? It's going to be pretty close. I think he's missed it once again for one behind. He has. And 2 goals, 2 for Ashley Perkins this afternoon. They go to 6-15-51. Bannockburn, Werribee Centrals 17-13, 115.
And for Stuka with the ball in the full-back position. Do the kicking in once again. It's not a bad sort of kick. It's going to be outside 50, 3-1 against Werribee on this occasion, but they feed the ball along the ground with an excellent handball. Masari has 2 bouncers, has a third. You've got to come and meet him, son. Allowed him to run. Now Masari's kicked the ball long into the forward area off the hands there of Lee. It's come to Shembry. He's going round in circles, doesn't know where he wants to go. He tries to get a handball to advantage, and finally the ball comes to ground. It's picked up there by Hawks. He skews the ball off the right foot at the goals, I fear, but all he's done is found the waiting arms there of Buck, who's taken a magnificent mark beside the goal post, and the opportunity here to kick goal number 7. So, as Peter mentioned before, he's been certainly a very creative player up there. If he hasn't been kicking goals himself, he's been creating goals for other players. And now from about 5 metres out, fairly acute angle, has the opportunity to kick goal number 7. Heath Buck, right footer, moving in fairly deliberately. Good looking kick. I think he might have snuck it in, and he has. So that's goal number 7 to Heath Buck, and he's been a very good player, as I've mentioned. On the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard here, 22 minutes into the final quarter, 18-13. Werribee Centrals easily lead Bannockburn 6-15.
So we've been playing 21.5 minutes in this final term. Don't forget, we'll also be giving our 3, 2 and 1 for our Carrington Hotel Player of the Day for the best player on the ground in this match day coverage this afternoon. We'll be doing that in the final siren after 5 p.m. At the moment, Werribee Centrals with a commanding lead with about 6 or 7 minutes to go. Stewart still on the ruck up against Shane Andrews now. And the umpire throws the ball in the air. Stewart, big right fist to it towards Roland Beck running off the wing. Handball towards Slavinkas and also Chris Delaney. Slavinkas is there. Good handball back towards Beck, who followed up. Across 50 now, gets ripped off the footy by Robbie Giles. Needs some support. Barry Delaney's there, breaks a couple of tackles, tries to get a slick handball towards Slavinkas. For Stuka's there, off the ground, Colliger, soccer style, and follows it up himself against Slavinkas once again. Chopped off though by, was that a throw? No play on the call. Sears has got it on centre wing for Werribee. Goes long. 1-on-1 getting there is Buck. Oh, that's a push in the back. And it will be a free kick to Heath's direct opponent.
Good name, Heath Buck.
Heath Buck.
He was riding him like a bronco.
He was. And Steve Delahan comes up with the free kick, gives it to Nathan Rose, who can chip it over the top to Stephen Gadd on centre wing.
Gadd for Bannockburn. Away he goes on centre wing, plays on quickly. Can he find a teammate up forward? The kick's not that good, and he's found, unfortunately, the centre half back in Hallam very safely with the mark. Hallam, well, just got his kick in time, and he's kicked it to a 2-on-2 contest in the middle, and this time it's come to ground. Oh, Harding fell over when perhaps he shouldn't have. Giles backs up to support him. Giles of Bannockburn kicks forward. Pavic can't take the mark, and there the Werribee Centrals defender more than happy, I think, at this late stage of the game to see it over the boundary line. And well, that was a passage of play. It deserved better, probably, Peter. Bannockburn brought the ball well from back pocket, but fell down across half forward.
And I think it's just basically tired legs. You know, I think the precision's gone out of the game, and now they're just kind of waiting for that final siren.
Ball back into play. Stewart gets the tap down. Here go Werribee again, but unfortunately on that occasion, Beck, the handball went astray, and Massara not able to run onto it. So the ball out of bounds once again. We await the kindly gentleman in the crowd there to a nice little stab pass back to the boundary umpire, and on half forward flank, the boundary umpire will put the ball back into play. 24 minutes gone, final quarter. Ball back into play. Stewart again gets a big tap forward. Can the Werribee players run onto it? They can. I think Masari gets the ball forward. Oh, well picked up by was that Delaney off the toes, Hooks was it? And get the ball to centre half forward. Now the ball off hands. It comes again to the Werribee side. This looks like Lee leading to the ball. Can he pick it up? He does. Big wide arc. Has a look at the goals. Goes bang with the big right foot. And I tell you, that's a magnificent kick. The wind has brought it back just enough, and it's ended right through the centre of the big sticks. Magnificent goal to James Lee. And on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, Werribee Centrals now go to 19 goals 13. They lead the Bannockburn side 6 goals 15.
You know, it's interesting, that kick, you know, a lot of times you'd say, oh, he centred the ball, but I actually think he had a deliberate shot.
Well, Nathan Rose stood there with his hand on his hips. He couldn't believe that it actually worked back around from the behind post through the goal.
I think the further it went, the further James Lee was getting up in the air. He was quite excited about that.
Well, it's 127 playing 51, 19-13 playing 6-15 back in the middle now. Andrew Stewart gets it down this time again towards Musara. Chopped off though, Troy Colliger. Runs through centre half forward, goes towards a standing start. Richie over the back, can't take the mark, and running away Werribee. Good. Dangerous kick though, straight back towards centre half forward, and Pavic stands his ground, takes the mark uncontested. Wants to drill it towards Easton Colliger. Colliger has to stand there, takes a good mark too, the nappies, and will kick from 45 metres out for Bannockburn.
Be a good kick from there, I reckon. It's that bit of bruise. It's you know, fairly fresh. Be a good kick from there, Pete.
I think Troy's got the ability to be able to make the distance. A bit late in the day, we'll see how his legs are. How tired. That's a shocking kick. That is terrible.
Well, to paint the picture, Troy Colliger kicked it, tried to kick a drop punt, and I think it was one of those helicopter kicks that finished up, didn't it?
Just a floater.
A mongrel.
Well, Hallam kicks in for Werribee Central's pretty tired boys out here, I think, because he's passed it straight to Nick Pavic on 50, who wants to drill it back towards Perkins and puts him under the pump, coming across Delaney, and Andrew's in there also. Chris Delaney it is. Just going to go with the handball, then goes to the right foot kick around the corners, okay. Finds Roland Beck, plays on quickly, gives it to the big man Stewart, who runs from the back pocket, goes up towards Delaney in the middle, can't take it. Hawks is there on hands and knees, great play. Delaney though ripped off the footy, numbers with Bannockburn, holding the ball, says the umpire. Bannockburn will take the free kick. It's going to come back to Troy Colliger. Colliger now goes towards Richie and for Stuka in front. Brings the ball down at half-back and will relieve the pressure for the Centurions. He's got Shembry on a lead, goes in that direction. Also standing there is Bach, goes up, can't take the mark, needs some support. Shembry was there, kick off the ground. Delahan getting back there, needs a shepherd, doesn't need one now because he's out, and goes to the right boot, directs play across the ground towards Donaldson, who has to make up a bit of ground, should have taken the mark, got some support though, and that is Pavic. Goes to the right boot, around the corner. Good punch away by Morley on Giles. Still on centre wing on the outer side. Coming through the middle there and couldn't take it with him was Smith. Delaney could though and got some support from Morley. Will want to get it back onto that favoured left boot. Does so outside 50. Goes towards Lee and Buck standing 30 line and takes the mark in his lap. And will shoot for goal from about 40 metres out directly in front for goal number 8 for Heath Buck this afternoon. We've been playing 27, nearly 28 minutes in this final term. 19-13, 127. Werribee playing Bannockburn 6-15-51. And now it's Heath Buck. The number 16 Guernsey on his back. Comes in. Oh, and he sprayed it on this occasion. Sprayed it a long way too. One behind. 7 goals, 2 for Heath Buck this afternoon. They go to 19-14, 128. And Bannockburn 6-16, 52 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. Steve Delahan waiting for the ball to come back from over the boundary for the kicking in for Bannockburn.
Pete, it'd be a disaster. It's 28 minutes gone. If we go another 40 minutes, there'd be a few tired players, wouldn't there?
Well,
a few tight commentators too, I think. Kick in is okay. Finds Troy Colliger.
Colliger at centre half back for Bannockburn. Takes the mark, looking for leads. There's a bit of activity in the middle of the ground, so he goes straight up the middle and finds Nicky Pavic. Can't take the mark. Off hands it comes to Tom, but Tom had a bit of a look there. Couldn't get the ball up, unfortunately for him, and follows it up very, very intently. But the ball being, I think the players will be more than happy for it to go over the boundary line. Oh, good work, Perkins. Kept the ball in and gets his kick towards centre half forward. But great mark there for
Scott,
the
I think.
Werribee side by Scott. Sees his teammate in Tim Smith running across the half-back line, finally finds Morley, and now it's almost keeping off with the Werribee side. Delaney, handball back to his teammate in Good, Good, drives the ball to half forward to Shembry, up high, can't quite take the mark. Good body work by his opponent there. Finally comes back. That was Shaw. Bannockburn can't get it, but well, it's pretty untidy out there at the moment. Nicky Pavic had the ball, couldn't get away. Great tackle there, and well, the umpire's just letting it go. I think this looks a bit like Sydney, a bit like the Rugby Cup.
It looks like the game, yeah, this afternoon, Melbourne Storm versus South Sydney.
Yeah,
but I think it's just a matter of tiredness, and you know, the umpies really need to control things now and keep the game open so that it finishes on a good note.
That's right. From the throw up there comes to Werribee side. That was who was that? Colliger drives the ball towards half forward. Oh, good work there. That was East takes the mark for Bannockburn. Looks for a lead at centre half forward and finds it. And that's young man Dylan. I've been quite impressed with this young man as the game's gone on. Done very well. He's handballed his teammate Richie into all sorts of trouble, unfortunately there. And the ball has been cleared away once again. Ball in the centre of the ground. In dispute, coming in hard there is Tom. Eyes on the ball, takes it, left-hand handball to Colliger. Colliger now drives the ball to centre half forward in good position as Perkins, and Perkins of Bannockburn takes the mark at centre half forward, and I think at this stage in the game would probably go back from 50 metres and have a bit of a ping at them.
So Ashley Perkins, who's worked tirelessly this afternoon with Shane Andrews after Scotty Bowl went off. Had to do the ruck work against Shembry and Stewart. It is the final siren sounding as Ashley Perkins will line up from outside 50, just outside 50. In fact, he might kick on the line. He comes in now and he's kicked a nothing because Andrew Scott's marked it on the line, so it won't count as a score. And the final score sees Werribee Central's 19 goals, 14, 128 have defeated the Bannockburn side 6-16-52 in that final term. Bannockburn kicked 1 goal 4, while Werribee were able to finish off nicely with 5 goals 2. We see the Werribee boys pretty happy with their performance. The Bannockburn boys looking a bit despondent after their match this afternoon. The goal kickers for Werribee Centrals: Heath Buck kicked 7, Andrew Howlett kicked 5, 3 to James Lee and 2 each to Jason Festuca and Barry Delaney. While for Bannockburn, their goals, 2 to Ashley Perkins and singles to Ross Dillon, Troy Colliger, Nick Pavic and Shane Andrews. So in the end, a convincing win for Werribee Centrals that keeps them with 3 wins from 3 starts, 19-14, 128 to 6-16, 52. After this break, we'll be back with the final siren thanks to White Cross Healthcare, where we will have a wrap-up of the game here, our match day coverage of Werribee Centrals and Bannockburn, and also a wrap of all the local leagues and the AFL with Geelong playing Carlton at Optus Oval. Back with the final siren after this on Geelong Radio 100.3, your home of local football.